Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma, also known as Made in the Moment, and today I'm filming outside because it is insanely hot and I still haven't set up the window AC in my apartment, so I'm enjoying the light breeze outside. I'm sorry if the wind is a little bit loud, but hopefully it'll be like a nice little ambiance. The last time I filmed one of these videos on like a hot day, I got so dehydrated, so I'm gonna really be on drinking my water. Also, I made myself, this is like my favorite quick lunch. It is literally just an entire can of chickpeas in olive oil with a little garlic and just any spices that you want. I think I did crushed red pepper, salt and pepper, curry powder, coriander, garam masala, and then sriracha and garlic. So it's good. I'm just looking at the sound on my computer and it looks like the wind is really maxing out the gain. Okay, the wind is kind of loud. I guess I'll just have to wait until the wind dies down a little bit. My bangs are kind of long. I think I need to give them a trim. Okay, I'm back. Did I do a great job? No, not necessarily, but they are out of my eyes. I actually am planning to cut my hair short, like, I don't know exactly how, but short. But I just had like a wild 24 hours, so I was flying back home from visiting my family in California. During my layover, I get an email from one of the professors at my grad school that says basically like, last minute opportunity, like we need a soprano to fill in for someone for rehearsals starting on Tuesday, so tomorrow, today's Monday, for a performance on Sunday. I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, but today is May 30th. So I spent this whole morning like learning all of the music for this thing. Long story short, I was going to cut my hair today, like cut it all off, but now I have to wait and see what they want me to do. I am more wary to like give myself a drastic haircut when I have a performance several days later in case it turns out badly. I don't want that kind of pressure. Anyway, thank you for sitting through the most chaotic intro that I've ever filmed. In this video, I'm going to go through everything that I finished or like almost finished in April and May. I didn't make one of these for April, so I'm just putting it all together in with May. The past couple months have been a little bit slower than usual because first of all, I've been working with really thin yarn, so that just takes longer. Second, April was a super busy month for school. And then third, and most disappointing, I have been dealing with like wrist and forearm issues. So I've been having to take some days off. I took, I think, 4 days off in a row last week, which was really hard. It was really hard to not let myself crochet or knit or anything. I'm just gonna go through in order. I have a list. And for two of the pieces, I don't have them because I gave them away already, but I do want to talk about them, so I'll just put pictures and videos of them up on the screen when I talk about them. And I'm just warning you now, there are a lot of ends that are not woven in, and you're just gonna have to be okay with that. So the first top that I finished is the Mix 'em Up tank. I knit this one for a tutorial. It's super beginner friendly, and I think it's a really fun project to like mix yarn weights. This one is made with yarn from Stitch and Story. They gifted it to me and it's lovely. It's actually 100% acrylic. I know a lot of people are like anti-acrylic, but then there's also people that are like anti-animal products, so you really can't please anyone. But this looks like wool and it actually is acrylic, so if that's something you're interested in, then I would recommend you check them out. They're not like paying me to say this, they just sent me the yarn and all they wanted was like a story post, and I've really enjoyed it, so I've made some things with it already. Actually, the reason that all of the ends are not woven in on this piece is because I finished the whole tutorial, I wove in all of the ends. Every single end I wove in. And then I lost like half of the footage from the video. So then I had to refilm it and I had to unweave in all of the ends. I had to like go back and redo steps so I could film them. It was a whole thing, but then I didn't want to weave in the ends after that, so I haven't. And it's been kind of hot to wear this. But yeah, I really like this. I love how it turned out. I think that the like super chunky weight right next to the super thin weight is amazing. And I really think this is like a great project for a beginner if you don't want to just make a scarf. And if you're a crocheter already, this does have some crochet incorporated into it. The edges are little crochet borders. So that is the Mix 'em Up tank. The next thing I made, these mohair sleeves. I'm holding it upside down. I started working on these because I was working on a lot of projects that I wasn't finishing, and I just wanted something where I could like start it and, you know, have it be done. And I'm really glad that I did. I ended up doing this like granny stitch stripe thing, and I also made a tutorial out of these, which is fun. And yeah, I don't know how much more I have to say about this, except I guess I'll tell you where the yarn is from. The purple yarn is Hobby Diablo mohair. The pink yarn is Emma's Yarn, which is a yarn company from Florida. And then this like chunky yarn is, I think, Quince & Co. But yeah, I really like this one. I guess I can put it on. So this is how it fits me. I would not style it with this color tank top, but it's too hot for me to like get up and do outfit changes and stuff. But yeah, it's really nice. It's airy. It's definitely too warm for today, but I think for like a summer evening it could be really nice. And I'm looking forward to like finding a time to wear it in the summer. Because it does have big holes, there is some breeze that's getting through. But yeah, I absolutely love the colors in this one. This is my favorite color, the purple, and I really like how it looks with this like super light lace weight yarn. But yeah, I'm gonna take this off so I don't sweat in it too much. The next thing I finished, if you follow me on any other platform, you will have seen this, but it is my duck sweater vest, and I am completely obsessed with this one. I love how it fits, I love the colors, I love how it turned out. You may or may not know, but I have a crochet version of this, which I released, I think, around Thanksgiving last year. And I've been knitting more and really wanting to try out kind of knit color work like this, so I decided to see if I could adapt the crochet pattern to be a knitting pattern, and I did. I made a vest because it's warm. I'll put it on and show you. I've actually worn this a few times since making it, even though it's been hot. There's just something about it that's like lightweight enough that it's really nice. And this is all made with acrylic yarn. Again, I know some people don't like acrylic, but I think it just works really well for color work, and it's just kind of what I had in my stash, so I didn't want to go out and buy more of a different kind of yarn. But this is in testing right now, which is super, super exciting. I have a small but incredibly fast and incredibly talented team of testers that are working on it. And I'm so excited for you to see all of the knits that they're doing. I didn't mean for this video to be just like me showing off all of my own patterns, but that's just kind of what I've been working on recently. But yeah, I love this guy. All of the ends are woven in too, so it's great. And something really exciting about this pattern too is that it is made to measure. I feel like I don't see a lot of knit patterns that are made to measure. It's going really well with my testers so far. We'll see kind of what feedback they have on it. That's something that I want to do with all of my knit patterns. I know a lot of people are kind of wanting for size inclusive pieces, whether that is small size inclusive or large size inclusive. And so I just want to do everything I can with the skills that I have to kind of make that a possibility. So this way you can really adjust it to fit however you want. And I will say, I think I've devised like a pretty good method of figuring out how to center the chart based on like the size of your own vest or sweater, whatever it is, so that you don't end up with kind of a weird offset graph. So the next piece I don't actually have with me because it was a knit for someone, but I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it. I'll put some like pictures and videos. But I made an all black piece, which is actually the first time that I've done that since I started knitting and crocheting. But this piece was for my friend Kendall. She went to Boston Calling last weekend, which is like Boston's version of like a mini Coachella, just a little music festival kind of thing. And she wore it with one of her outfits, and I'm super excited about how it turned out. It was really fun to work with her. She sent me all of these ideas for inspiration, and then I put together some sketches, and we kind of built the idea together, which was really fun. I love the way the neck collar thing turned out. that's not something that I would have just like thought of on my own, but Kendall had like an idea in mind of what she wanted, and it's super cool to just like make an idea come to life. Yeah, but that's Kendall's piece. I don't know if I've said it on here before, but I'm not really taking commissions anymore. It just like really burnt me out. But it's super fun to be able to make things for friends when they ask nicely, and I know that they're going to appreciate it and it will be worth my time. The next project I finished was another set of these mohair sleeves. Anna, who is a professed treble crochet hater, came up with a name for these, which is Here Comes Treble, and I think that's cute. But yeah, I'll put these on too so you can see how they fit. So this is how these ones fit. The sleeves, I purposely made them just a little bit shorter so that they're not like hanging over my wrists. Sometimes I like longer sleeves, and sometimes that just like really bothers me because they're like getting all over my hands. So yeah, I made these with a slightly more dramatic like flare sleeve. I think these are really fun summer colors. This would be a really cute thing to wear just over like a white tank top and jean shorts with like white sneakers. Like something super, super basic, but when you throw this on top, then it's like really interesting. Or I think that this would be cool over like a black dress or like some kind of like silk slip. I feel like the texture combination would be really nice between the mohair and the silk. And then if you want to see the yarns that I used in this one, I am too sweaty to repeat them right now. So if you want to see them, just go to the video. I have them listed in the description of the tutorial. But yeah, I love these. They're so soft, so airy, and just such fun colors. My next piece is not actually finished yet. This is one of the ones where I'm like, it's kind of done. I don't know, it's not done, but enough of it is done that you can get the idea. It is this pink lemon button up. This is what it looks like. I'll put it on. I don't have the buttons on yet, but okay. So again, would not style it with this tank top, but here I am. I think I'm actually going to make like a little matching tank top to go underneath this. It's going to have 3 buttons starting like right here. So it'll be kind of like a V-neck thing, and just like see the vision right here. I'm especially happy with how the collar turned out. I was trying really hard to make sure that it like laid flat and it didn't curl. And like these, I think after I block them, hopefully they'll like sit a little bit more straight. But like, it's so cute. It's so cute. And I'm gonna add a little kind of band around the sleeves as well, just kind of like this at the bottom. But yeah, I am pretty obsessed with this, and I'm just so happy with how it looks. I'll turn around so you can see the lemon. I have no idea if that's in frame or not. But yeah, I am thinking about writing a pattern for this. It's rather detailed, and I'm still not quite sure how to do like the measurements on all of the parts, but I think it would be really fun. And I'm torn between calling it the Pink Lemonade button up, because this like just looks like pink lemonade to me, or calling it like the Fruity button up, because if you do this chart with like green, then it would look like a lime. If you do it with orange, it would look like an orange. If you did it with red, it would kind of look like a tomato, which I think would be fun. I still have to write the pattern for it, but I'm also writing other patterns. I've just overextended myself, as always. In an ideal world, it would have been super fun to call it the Fruity button up and put it out like at the beginning of Pride Month, and then everyone could make little fruity queer button ups for themselves. But I wasn't on top of it. So that's this. I don't know if you can tell, but I really like it. Okay, I have 2 more projects to talk about. The first one, I also don't have it because it was a graduation gift for my sister who just graduated high school, and I will put some pictures on the screen and videos of what it looked like. But it is the Oopsie Daisy bag pattern by Anna. You probably know her. She's on YouTube, she's on Instagram, she's on TikTok. She's hilarious. But yeah, I was super obsessed from the second that I saw that purse. When I flew to my parents' house, I took like 150 grams of just like this cotton yarn, also from Stitch and Story actually, that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And I was like, oh, I'll just figure out something to make once I get there. and that was the idea that came into my mind. I really, really like this bag. It uses this like cool puff stitch that looks like flowers. Yeah, I worked on that and watched the newest season of The Circle, which was an incredibly fun watch. I had always kind of been like, oh, The Circle doesn't sound that interesting. Like, what are they doing? They're just like sitting in a room talking to their screen. No spoilers. I will not give you any spoilers. But this season was just so fun. I don't know if this was like a standard season or if this was like extra fun, but I loved it. I thought Yu Ling was amazing. I loved all of her outfits. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know it's just a stupid show, but like that was super fun. Anyway, back to what I was making. But yeah, the Oopsie Daisy purse, I made the larger of the two sizes, and I think it's like the perfect size. I didn't have a zipper or like time to get a zipper, so I just made it with this like claspy thing instead. And I think that the zipper probably would have looked better, but given the time that I had and, you know, the things that I had available to me, I think it turned out really well. I love the color, and I'm excited for my sister to get to use it over the summer. This is my last project to share, and again, if you've been following me, you have seen me post about this a ton, and I must confess, it is not actually finished yet. I really wanted it to be for this video by the end of the month, but I realized that it was a stupid deadline to try and set myself to finish something so I could film a video about it. So I'm including it anyway, even though it's not done, because it's pretty close. It's my Rumble Raglan. This has been a long time in the making. I started this at the beginning of April, and it was a pattern test for Lydia. I unfortunately didn't finish. I just like underestimated how long this would take me, never having made a project like this before. I don't usually knit with needles this small, so that was a huge adjustment, like doing the color work, the short rows, the folded collar. There was so much, and she was so kind and so gracious and didn't like hold it against me at all, which I really, really appreciate. Finally finished the, oh my god, that's been on there the whole time. I don't know what that is. I finally finished the bottom ribbing of it. I still need to block it, so I think, again, it looks pretty small. It does have a lot of stretch, but I think that once I block it, it'll look a little better. But I will attempt to put it on with my needles on the sleeve. So yeah, here she is. I like cannot believe how well it fits. I mean, I can, because Lydia is amazing and the pattern is amazing, but I'm just like stunned that I was able to do this. Yeah, I will list the yarn I used on the screen. I have no recollection whatsoever what the yarn is called, so I'll just like put it somewhere so you can see it if you want to make it in these colors. But like, I could not recommend this pattern more highly. It is absolutely amazing. It is so well done, so detailed. I made a TikTok about this, but I've had some people ask me if it's a good beginning knitting pattern, and I'll just kind of repeat what I said there, but basically I think that it's like a good second or third project, but not a good like very, very first knitting project if you're coming from crochet. It's gonna be too much, even though the pattern is amazing. It's like no fault to the pattern at all. This was just like kind of a lot for me, and I have been knitting for about 6 months. But yeah, I am obsessed with like the super crop, the fit. The sleeves will just need like, I think I just need to do like 10 more rows or so of the sleeves and then add a little bit of ribbing, repeat that on the other side. But like I said, I've been taking a break for my wrists, so if I hadn't had to take that long of a break, then I would be done by now, but I have to listen to my body. I love this. It's so fun. I like can't stop touching it. It's so soft. It feels so good. Here's like how the crop hits when I'm standing up. I like to wear my pants like obscenely high-waisted. These are just like little biker shorts. But yeah, I love this. I think it's perfect. That's pretty much all I have for you today. If you like this video and want to support any of my patterns, then those will be listed down below in the description box, as well as my Patreon, which is a fund for my testers. I pay for a portion of the yarn costs for every single one of my testers, and all of the money from Patreon goes towards my testing team, so I would really appreciate it if you have the means and the interest to go check it out. And if you like anything you see and you want to buy it, then you can send me a DM on Instagram and I will let you know if I'm willing to part with it or not. and kind of how much I would need to be paid to be willing to part with it. If you want to keep up with me, you can follow me on Instagram at Made in the Moment, or TikTok, also Made in the Moment. I also have Pinterest, which I never talk about, but I think that's always fun to just be able to like pin stuff, and I post on it every now and then when I remember. But if you're interested in that, then go ahead and check that out. And if you made it this far in the video, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I did this on one of my other videos and it was really fun. So if you have made it to the end of the video, comment what your favorite thing to do is on like a really hot summer day. I think for me, it's probably like drinking a nice iced coffee and just like hanging out with friends, maybe getting like a little drink or something, but kind of just like relaxing, which is something that's not very easy for me to do, if you would be surprised to hear that. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to learning my role. I'm doing the First Lady in Die Zauberflöte, or the Magic Flute. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.